Wow, that's definitely too bright. So I used to be obsessed with mirrors way back in the day. Yeah, like not obsessed. I'm exaggerating. I'm exaggerating to pull you in. Whoops, surprise. I'm trying to get you guys to watch my video. But I really liked mirrors. I don't know. I just thought it was fun to be like, oh, that's me. Surprise, surprise, surprise. And I thought it was fun to make goofy faces at them and all of that jazz. Kind of like it's fun to go on a little photo shoot with friends sometimes. For some people, not for everyone. But the thing is, you look at yourself enough and you grow up in the United States and honestly a lot of other places, and eventually you just start to not look at yourself in a fun way. That is the sad story. My self-image has not been great for a long time, or was not great for a long time. Now, way better. Honestly, way, way better. For a million reasons. But in this blog post, I say one of the reasons and one of the things that helped me improve my self-image. So if you're someone who scrolls on Instagram and it's just like, why don't I look like this? Or why are my posts the worst? Or if you look in the mirror and you feel like you have to fix everything, or if you're at a point where you can't even look in the mirror or get a photo taken of you because you just feel so awful inside about your appearance, you don't even want to go out, it's preventing you from hanging out with friends. I think you might have known this. You might have seen it in a bunch of reels. I know I did. You're not alone. A lot of people have been there at various points of their life. A lot of people are there right now. If that's you, I hope this helps. This blog was posted February 12th, 2023. Blog title, Wasting Time in the Mirror. I walked into the dorm for sports camp and started counting. The bathroom had a wide mirror that covered the wall. Both the closets had mirrors to check faces. There were full-length mirrors as well. Squealing my 12-year-old self, delighted that there were so many reflections. You couldn't have asked me why I hopped up and down. I didn't know why. I just loved mirrors. A couple years later, I'd be staring into a rectangular mirror framed like a painting in our living room. Lifting up my shirt, I would analyze my progress on getting abs. My mom would tell me that I was obsessed and needed to stop looking. In my first year of college, I would giggle as I posed in front of the bathroom mirror, pretending to be a model. Model face. 2 years later, I would come back from a mission trip in Canada with weight gain and despising my reflection. Yet I would continue to give mirrors my time. For half a decade, if not more, I've gone to bed or missed the bus or suffered similar consequences because I was doing things in front of the mirror. My nose almost touching it as I picked anything that had the appearance of a zit, smiling to try to make myself happy about the way I looked, smiling to see if my cheeks puffed out too much, checking my stomach, butt, and arms for fat gain or fat loss, and sometimes waiting to see if somehow something would change and I would see a more pleasing version of myself. If nothing cuter appeared, I would pull out my phone and take pictures and videos to collect further evidence. Maybe I could prove the mirror wrong. When this didn't work, I collapsed into tears. Was this me? I had the same features as always, but with extra baggage. It collided of the version of myself in my head, the 18-year-old who loved doing a dance in front of the mirror. My husband then had tried about every phrase he could think of to make me feel better. You don't look any different, or maybe you do, but I think you're beautiful, or you shouldn't worry about how you look. Nothing worked. Then one day I slumped on our couch, grieved by the hour I had spent snapping photos and seeing the same bad angles, bad face. My husband tried to reason with and comfort me. We had said many prayers to God to help me get out of this funk, and I had fasted many times in supplication for help to overcome this. That morning, we prayed again. So far, God had given me answers that had helped me have a better perspective and feel more positively about myself. None had resolved my problems completely. This time, however, my husband said something that clicked another gear into place. What did he say? I have no idea. Can't remember. However, God used his words to inspire me. With widened eyes and a straightening posture, I turned to my husband and said, I needed to stop wasting my time. Each time I preoccupy myself with the mirror or the photos or the overwhelming concern of my appearance, I remove myself from the present. I took myself out of experiencing life, and for what? To mourn the appearance of a body that functioned well? A body that I used to exercise and eat healthy? Shouldn't that have been enough? My appearance wasn't going to change how I lived my life. Only my concern changed that. Only my concern removed me so far from my reality that I can actually live. I had wasted hours preoccupied with my looks. And you know what? I didn't want to waste that time anymore. Why waste my time about worries of looking good when I could go out and live good? Live a good life. I used to love mirrors, but more than that, I love life. I'm lucky enough to say that the world has endless opportunities to enjoy living. No more ignoring them. I decided to stop wasting my hours, my days, and my years. Each time I've started to slip into an old habit like picking my face, I've thought to myself, I don't want to waste my time. Not worth it. And with a wave of my hand, like I just did, I move on. I leave the mirror and I'm happy. I live my life and it's better. Others who struggle with self-image might find this helpful. If not, don't worry. I have plenty more coping mechanisms that I plan to share in the future. If you don't struggle with self-image, I hope you can apply this to whatever habit you have considered a hindrance in your life. Shrug your shoulders and nonchalantly say, I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to waste my time. Will things become perfect? Maybe not. The other day, I slipped up and found myself with a million more photos in the trash bin of my camera roll. I moved on and forgave myself and continued with the better habit of living in the present. That, my friends, has made life much more sweet. On top of that, I don't think just whatever was said was the key or the thing I needed. I think it was the extra bit of whipped cream that just turn the weight. I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm like trying to do like the cherry on top is like the extra addition of spice that perfected. No, I don't know. It's taken a long while, and I didn't really start to notice when I transitioned fully to being like most of my days I don't feel bad, but I still I look in the mirror here and there and examine parts where I'm like, not quite what I want. However, it doesn't ruin my life like it used to. And actually, for the most part, I'm happy with how I look. I just want to be able to go out and live. And these things were hindering that. So I said, hey, no more. I think that people you surround yourself with can influence this a lot too. Now, ideally, we take care of ourselves well enough that we don't need to fully rely on someone to reassure us that we're beautiful or that we have value. And especially, we don't rely upon one single person to reassure that, because that's like, oh my gosh, take that person out of your life and then you have nothing? Not a safe bet. And then, of course, even if you're relying on multiple people, sure, it's safer because if someone's gone, well, you still have all these other people. But the thing is, other people don't get to determine your value. It's predetermined. And guess what? Your value is high. What matters is that you recognize that and then you treat yourself like that. That way, when you surround yourself with multiple people, it's not based on whether or not those people are feeding into your concern and your need to be validated. Instead, it's the people who are good for you. Because just because someone is feeding your need for being validated doesn't mean they're always going to feed that. And it doesn't mean they're going to treat you well or be a good person for you to be around. So I started taking care of myself as much as I could, said I didn't want to waste my time. And also, I made sure I was surrounding myself with people who just valued who I was for who I was. People who would be good for me to be around no matter what, that I knew through the ups and downs of my life, they would have a listening ear and an understanding heart versus like, hey, I already gave you help, now it's my turn type of deal. Does that make sense? Probably not. Not that you aren't smart, but hello. Dictation of my ideas is low today. I don't know. I've seen reels that say, why would you say this mean thing to this person? And that person is you as a 4-year-old. Young, innocent, just wanting to play or do good things, trying their best. That's still you in a way. Like, that core that you had back then is still a core part of you now. Can't really destroy the core. So don't hurt 4-year-old you. Don't hurt current age you. Really loving myself, my appearance, my personality, whatever, has been so life-changing. I will say one more coping mechanism that I haven't shared on here that I would love to share now is make sure you apologize to yourself. Tell yourself you're sorry if you call yourself stupid or if you think something bad about yourself even. I think we deserve apologies for when we're treated badly, even if we're doing it to ourselves. And I don't know why, but it has been so healing for me whenever I do that. It takes a long time to overcome these image things. The world has definitely not helped. Even people who talk about overcoming image use image as a way to portray where you should be or how you should feel. But just kind of putting it to the back of my mind and focusing more on living has been the best for me. So I hope it helps with you, even if it takes a while to get there. I believe in you. I trust that you're trying. You need to trust in yourself too, because you deserve that help. You deserve that hope. And I will talk to you guys again. Thanks for joining. If you liked this, you can like my video. Or, you can subscribe if you really want to. And we'll see you next time.